Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul and today we're taking a look at what is in my sling, my full sling bag loadout that I take it out with me generally most of the time actually. When I go out in the car, this comes along in the car. If I'm going out around town, I'll generally wear this. It's just a nice way to carry a bunch of gear in a nice compact way, be it on your chest or on your back. Now, first of all, I'm not going to be able to remember everything off the top of my head. If you're looking for some specific details or if you'd like to purchase anything from this kit yourself, then please check the description down below for any links, and by using those you will also be helping the channel. First of all, for the sling itself, now this is a Tomtoc sling. This is one of the smaller ones. I believe it was about like 27-ish pound at the time I purchased it, and to be fair, I've been very happy with it. We have kind of two fabrics in use here, more of a water resistant on the bottom for when you're putting it down, and a more typical kind of Cordura up top with some nice water resistant zippers and these nice big pull tabs with a nice red accent. The sling strap itself does have a quick release buckle. I don't tend to use that much. I tend to just throw it on and take it off with the strap itself. And in terms of storage, we have three main zippered compartments: the front, the central compartment, a more discreet back compartment, and there's also a couple of attachment points with this seatbelt style material on the side. I've never actually used these, but you could use these with a carabiner or something like a hero clip, so you could carry something like a water bottle or maybe loop a jacket around something just to carry it a little bit easier. And if you haven't already noticed this awkward little bit of naked desk over here, that's because my recording setup isn't really intended to do such large items for the time being, so we'll do our best. Starting off with this front pouch here. There's only really three things in here. First off is my earbuds. These are the JLab, I'm going to say Pop Go Plus or something like that. These are really cheap, affordable. I think these are like 24 quid. They come with multiple tips. They have transparency, touch controls. For the price, the quality is very good, and overall I'm pretty happy with them. They have an integrated charging cable in the case. I'm generally not a big fan of this kind of thing, but considering how infrequently you need to charge the case of earbuds, it's okay. Would I recommend these? Generally speaking, yes. Otherwise, in here we have the only power bank that I typically carry around with me. This is an Anchor version and has this little flip up connector, so you can plug this in and just carry it around under your phone. It's pretty fast charging, and it does have a bidirectional USB-C port, so you can both charge and output should you need to. For the size and the oomph you get out of this, it is good value in my opinion. And in terms of small on-the-go power banks, this is one of my favorite form factors. On my Pixel 8 Pro, I can get, depending on how much I'm using it at the time that I'm charging, somewhere between 45 and 50-ish% boost out of it while still using it. And then the only other thing in here on a key leash is my Olight Diffuse. The Diffuse is a fine, kind of weird light in a lot of ways. But I do like it, and I did want to find a use for it. And so I took a ball chain, broke it down into basically a small keychain, attached it to this key leash, and inside this is basically the key leash itself, a communal pocket, and then two stretch pockets. And then this is just in case I don't have another light on me or if I need something else. And the key leash is nice for both locating it, and also I can just let go if need be, and it'll still be attached to my body. In terms of packing these, this just goes right to the front. The buds tend to live on the left, and then the power bank on the right. Moving on, we'll cover the back portion first. Now, this is something that is great for valuables because it's going to be up against your body. It's also a more discreet pocket in general, and if you were traveling, you could do it for stuff like some spare cash, your passport, things like that. In my daily use, I just have it as a nice way to have some of these cleaning wipes. These are just great for cleaning off your hands or a surface as you need to, and having them in this back compartment mean that they're easily accessible and they're not going to get crushed by anything else, because that's the only thing I have in there in the day-to-day. Moving on into our big section. Now this part of the sling does have a two-way zipper, so you can open it from either direction. And generally there are some loose items in here, but I do tend to go for a modular approach, just because even with the amount of organization that is in this, because it's a sling and you're going to be wearing it kind of diagonally most of the time, things just kind of go everywhere, and so having a lot of loose items is really chaotic. So starting off with this. Now to our UK viewers, I don't actually shop at Waitrose. This was a joke gift from a friend of mine that lives in London, but generally speaking, having an additional bag, this is just a fold-out grocery bag, is fantastic. You can also do this with just a plastic bag as well, just to be able to easily carry more carrying capacity. I like to use this for when I go just buy some bits and bobs from the corner shop, or if I unexpectedly need to carry some other stuff, say I've gone to meet somebody, they've got some stuff I need to carry, then I can just whip this out, and so you have another bag. And for how much you can carry with how little these fold down, easily worth it. Clipped up top, again, so we have kind of here a communal section, two stretchy pockets, and then a back section. So on this divider I have clipped the original Olight OClip. I do really like this form factor, and I do want to try out some of the newer models at some point. This is just a great little EDC light that you can just clip to the strap of the sling itself to have a body light. It does have a magnet in it as well, so that you can slap it somewhere else. And with between this and the diffuse, you have a pretty robust system of EDC light. And with how little this is, it really is a lot of value for what you get. In this back portion, I only really have a hank. This is an EDC cooperative hank. That's a wonderful Facebook group, although it does exist other places, and I strongly recommend, if you're into EDC, check out the co-op, because a bunch of great people talking about great gear. So this is microfiber on one side, and then just a rougher hank material on the other. And this really comes in handy with the Hygiene module you will see in a second, for cleaning things like my phone screen and my glasses when I'm out and about or at work. Speaking of the Hygiene module, so this is it, and it is intended to be kind of a Velcro organizer, so for bags that have a Velcro backing, such as in my case the Pika design system. You can just slap this, get some extra organization. This is from the Teamy video, and I figured I don't need to use it in the Velcro way. I can just load it up and have it as its own thing. So we have a couple of spray bottles. The smaller one is Whoosh screen cleaner, and the larger one is an alcohol-based disinfectant spray. Then we have a Chicago comb. Let's see if the actual model number is on here. Model number 2 in carbon fiber. Now, I do have a beard, and there are times where if I forget in the morning, or if it's particularly windy, it is unruly. So just having this available, and as I'm using it as a beard comb, it doesn't need to be that big to begin with, has been really nice. And finally, this adorable little guy in the Hygiene module is just some soap sheets. You can get these in a 3-pack from Amazon, and they're just really thin pieces of soap that you can use if you end up in a bathroom or something like that doesn't have any pump soap available, or if you have a bottle of water and you just need to clean your hands on the go. Keeping them together in this little module setup just makes it easy to find and keeps all of the type of items together, so that when I need them, they're quick and easy to grab. The next module up is, I guess, the tool module, for lack of better words, and this is a Olight brand organizer that I don't even think is available anymore. And in it we have the original O pen, so mostly just the pen option here, although it does have a light built into it as well. We have the Boker, the link will be in the description. This is a UK legal Tech Tool one, there you go. This is a UK legal knife. I've added a thumb stud onto it for easy one-hand opening. this particular model has copper scales, and I removed the incredibly annoying little glass breaker that they have on the back. This is actually a great little EDC knife and is more than enough knife to carry around in something like this, whilst also keeping me legally compliant. On the flip side, we have the Olight OClip for a bottle opener and pry bar solution, and it also includes, of course, a couple of driver bits that you can then fit into the back as such. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, what's the point of carrying a pry bar? It might not be for you. That's fine if you're the type of person that says, I can open a bottle with a lighter. I mean, good for you, yes. You can also open a lot of taped packages with your keys, but I still don't do that. For example, the other day I stepped in something that was, I'm going to guess, gum mixed with mud and dirt, because it definitely wasn't poop. I'm sure it wasn't poop, but it was unholy and sticky and stuck to my shoe, and it was annoying me whilst I was driving. I popped to this guy, scraped it right off my shoe, gave it a little bit of a clean with a wipe, good to go. So yes, scraping, prying, not for everybody, but I like to have the option. And multi-tool wise, we have the OClip P1. This is kind of a little squirt analog. This is a Nextool Sailor rebrand, basically. Little plier-based multi-tool. I do have a glow fob on it just for easy grabbing. And we have a small EDC blade on it as well. A couple of drivers and a sim tool. And there are full videos on a lot of this gear on the channel if you're interested in more in-depth reviews of them. Small capable scissor. And finally a multi-tool bottle opener, can opener, driver, doohickey. And finally we do, in this little zipper compartment, also just have a Bic Mini. So that is the tool module. And when they're all packed up, it's really easy to just grab what I want when I want it. And as for the whole module approach, I do think that is subconsciously influenced by the Urban Prepper, who is the over-organization king of this kind of thing, and an entertaining watch. I highly recommend you check him out as well, and clearly the influence is doing some good here. Next up, just some loose things. I tend not to keep my wallet on my person a lot of the time if I have my bag with me, so this is just an Olight wallet with various keys, a little bit of cash in between, you know, basic, gone through that before. This is and this is in, let me see this a little better, these mesh subcompartments. This just lives in here. And this is my cutlery set. So this assembles, and I believe I've also done a video on this as well, into a full knife, fork, spoon, and also metal chopsticks, which is great for if you're out and about and you get, I don't like the wood cutlery they use in a lot of places. I get that, you know, sustainable bamboo, blah, blah, blah. I don't like eating off of, like, those kinds of wood utensils. So this is great for that kind of thing because, no, I don't like how it feels. And to go along with that, I also have a metal straw. There's one in particular I just picked up from Tim Hortons one time I was there. And this is because of the rise of paper straws. You know, paper straws, they don't bother me that much, but if you're going to be sipping on a drink for a long time, yeah, they'll turn to mush and it's awful. And so having a metal straw option is nice. And I keep it in the bag because, one, keep it clean. But two, it also lets me keep the cleaning brush along with it so that I can give it a bit of a rinse out and clean on the go with some water if I want to. And finally, the last two things in here are really just some odds and ends for connectivity purposes. This is just a USB C-to-C cable, I believe particularly from a Woburn light at some point. And this works great with the Anker Powerbank for charging an additional device, or if I don't want to have the phone plugged into the thing itself directly via the integrated thing. And this is a Budi travel accessory, for lack of a better word. I'm sure you've seen this on the Accessorize Me channel if you've seen it here, which is certainly where I saw it originally, and it's actually come in great handy. So we have an aluminum shell. You push it and you get micro SD card storage, SIM storage, which I have no use for. And then on the back we also have some various adapters and this USB C-to-C cable. It's quite a short cable, but it still works. And the idea being that these are all just USB-C dongles, and with this you can make whatever combination you want. USB-A to C, USB-A to micro, USB-A to lightning, C to lightning, whatever you want. And then there is also a SIM extraction tool kind of buried under here. And it also does double as a phone stand as well, with this side popping out. The idea being your phone sits here, leans a little bit. I have used it. Yeah, it does work. It does depend on the thickness of your phone with whatever case you're using. And is it the most stable thing? No. Does it have an obnoxiously long footprint when you use it? Yes, but it is an option, and it is just a nice thing to have. This is also a micro SD card reader as well. So you have a USB-C port here, and just takes your micro SD cards in here, and then you can move stuff off. So in my case, this is nice and useful for if I want to move video files that I've shot on the go for the channel over to a micro SD card to then upload at a later date. Just a great little thing to have. And if you take a lot of photos, if you like to run a GoPro, stuff like that when you travel, something like this, even if you don't get the Budi specifically, I do recommend it. So this is what I have been rocking in my sling for quite a while now, at least half a year, if not longer, and it's been working for me. Now, the individual items may switch up at some point. I may add takeaway on days that I expect that I'm going to need something more beefy in the power department. I may add a supplemental power bank onto the small ankle one I have, such as a bigger MagSafe one for convenience. I also have a little, a little phone grip, a little selfie stick tripod thing for shooting. I'll add to it as I need to, and there is enough space in the sling that I can afford to do that, add a little bit of gear, and the stuff I do carry on the day-to-day isn't obnoxious or heavy, while still providing me with the tools and options that I need. Having gone through this and having kind of a little bit of a retrospective, because this is just the stuff I've been carrying, I didn't tweak this for the video. I would say probably adding a notebook, or at least some notebook paper. I didn't realize I didn't have that in here. I think I must have used it at some point. Obviously, there's always room for a boo-boo kit and some meds. I did actually have some meds in here that do need replenishing. We are not perfect. I use things, I also do forget to replace them, and it's important that you do replace and recharge things. But this is my sling loadout. Let me know what you think, what you would change about it, if you have any of the slings or things that you'd like me to check out. And let me know about your sling loadouts down in the comment section down below. And whilst you're there, I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. It does help the channel. And if you'd like to help the channel more directly, putting new products in front of the camera, then please consider monetary support through Patreon, YouTube membership, or a coffee donation. But until next time, I've been Paul, and I'll see you in the next video.